What's up guys, Crusader Shorts back again for a new video, and today I will be playing some Sven Co-op. Now, those of you who may not be aware what this mod actually is it's actually a mod for Half-Life 1. It's not a game in itself, although I guess it can be classed as a standalone title because it has been released on Steam as a standalone free game. So this game is actually free on Steam right now and has always been free via the internet and its original official website as a mod, but you can now get it on Steam, and I do believe you don't actually have to require, or you don't require Half-Life 1 as a base game to run it anymore. So that means that although this mod is completely centered around multiplayer, which is why it's called co-op, the mod actually does allow you to play the Half-Life 1 campaign on multiplayer. So this means that because you don't actually need the original Half-Life, you can actually download Sven Co-op and play the full extensive Half-Life 1 campaign for free with friends or via multiplayer on servers, meaning that you don't actually have to pay for the original game to actually play the Half-Life 1 campaign. Now, I think this is actually quite a great feature, to be honest, because Sven Co-op is a free mod, like I said, and it just opens the possibility for more people to actually complete Half-Life as a game, and they may not have the drive to actually complete the game on single player without the assistance of friends or the help from people on multiplayer. So I do think it actually drives people to complete the game more, and via multiplayer it just seems, everything does seem to be more fun on Sven Co-op when you are playing Half-Life on multiplayer, which is just, it's just full of great features. So another part of Sven Co-op and why it's so good is the amount of countless custom maps that are actually on the game, and this is because these maps are created by the community, and there's a lot of campaigns, and they're not just maps, they're the whole campaigns with small stories, and you have little objectives with text that comes up on the screen, tells you what to do. For an example, you might have to defeat a boss at the end and then escape on a helicopter, and it will notify you on the bottom, telling you your objective, what you have to do, where you need to go sometimes. But there's a lot of puzzles on the way, a lot of challenging puzzles, which does support the Half-Life concept of the puzzle systems and trying to make the game a little more difficult to pass, which just makes it all the more fun. And to say they are custom campaigns, they are very well done. So that's the custom campaigns. They're either community made or they're made by the official mod creators. And due to it being an unofficial mod for Valve's game, so Valve had no actual part in making the mod, it's actually quite impressive, the content that's been made for it. So then again, we have the point that it doesn't require Half-Life 1, which I've been over, and the maps are set up for multiplayer, so you just have to bear in mind that you can host your own servers on the start game option on the menu. I'm not sure if you've seen it, but this allows you to create a local multiplayer game or a single player game, and depending whether your ports are open or not, then people may or may not actually be able to join. But you may actually be testing the mod out on single player, and one thing I do need to say is this isn't always the best idea on Sven Co-op, because unless you're playing the Half-Life maps on Sven, then it's actually nearly impossible to complete most of the maps on single player. This is because most of the maps are actually obviously completely designed for multiplayer due to the actual concept of the mod. So if you do try to run a lot of the content on single player, you may not be able to complete some of it. So let's say you get so far in the campaign and then you can't actually complete it due to someone else needing to get a key or being on a pressure plate or having to activate another thing at the same time. It can be a bit of a letdown if you're trying to do it on single player, but there is actually an extensive series of servers available for you to play on. I know that Multiplayer hosts one. I'm not sure if multiplayer.co.uk hosts an official one, or if it's just, you know, watermarked or, you know, has the company name on it. I'm unsure, but there's some pretty big servers with some alive communities on this mod, so people do still play it, and there is a few streamers who play it. I believe the channel Valve News Network was streaming it the other day, so that was quite interesting. But I haven't played this mod for about 4 or 5 years, so coming back to it is actually quite nice. So I just need to say this is a great mod for friends. Not only is it because it's multiplayer, but the actual puzzles that actually get you immersed in the game, whether it's the original Half-Life puzzles or the custom ones. They're extremely well done, so it's a really good mod to play with friends, and due to it being free and you no longer requiring Half-Life to actually run it, then it's actually very open to play for everybody. So this means that most of your friends will be able to actually obtain it and play with you, so nobody misses out on the fun due to it being completely free. So another point is the new object they've added. I think it's an object. It's called the item_inventory. Now, this is a recent update, and this is something to do with the items. Now, I did look into this, and from what I do understand, I'm not sure if this is 100% accurate, but it changes the item system on how you activate triggers, etc. So the item_inventory means that you have to carry certain items to a destination to unlock doors or trigger the certain events, instead of actually touching the required items like keys. So originally on this mod, you would, from what I do understand, like I said, you would have to touch keys and then it'd open a door, but now you do actually need to pick them up and then drop them at the location, or pick them up and then activate them from an inventory system, which is actually quite a nice new feature, if I'm honest. So this is just for activating doors or triggering certain story events and things like that. So we also have another feature, which is NPCs can be scaled on custom maps. This means that you can scale the hitboxes, the eye positions, and the collisions. Now, this is a really nice new feature, because if you are making custom campaigns or maps, you can completely scale the NPCs, so you can have huge Vortigaunts as bosses, or even smaller head crabs to get through, even smaller objects or passages. So it adds some variety of different mob types or enemy types to your map, and it makes your map more unique. So depending what material you're using on your mob, I think you can change the materials of the NPCs as well as the scale, but it makes your map more unique if you are actually the person making the campaign, and it does make it more fun for the people playing it. So then we have the difficulty system. Now, the difficulty system is obviously changes the difficulty depending on the damage that the NPCs do. So it means that the NPCs do have different varying types of damage. So NPCs will gain more attack damage, or they might even trigger events such as boss spawning and waves of enemies, so attack waves, etc. And this is quite a nice feature, because obviously, for an example, if you turn up the difficulty on Skyrim, then bosses are more tankier, NPCs are harder to kill, etc. So it is quite nice for the difficulty settings, because if you do complete a custom campaign, or the campaign once over, then you can replay it again on a different difficulty, and it's obviously more of a challenge. So I do like that feature. So another great perk about the Sven Coop mod is the leveling and XP system. Now, this allows you to upgrade separate skill levels based on the XP you gain, so strength, stamina, expertise, things like that. I'm sure most of them are as follows, so strength, expertise, stamina, agility, etc. like that. And I believe that's part of the mod, so it's on all servers. If you can see in the top right, you'll see my level is level 1, because I literally just joined the server, and you have the XP, so it shows you how much XP you have and out of what XP you need, so to get to the next level. And then you have a rank, and your rank goes up based on your level, which is quite nice. And obviously I think you can survive longer and have more traits based on your level, so that's always nice. So the maps and content are created by the community. Now, a community spirit within a Half-Life mod, or any mod on that matter, obviously this strengthens the community of the mod, because people can actually feel like they can contribute to something they enjoy, which is really good. So then we have HD models. Now, I can't say any more about the community content. I'm going to talk about the actual mod creator content. So we have the HD models. Now, this is amazing. The HD models, as you can see, you might be able to see the Spaz 12 shotgun in the game as of now, and this HD model is completely better than all of the Half-Life models. Now, the Steam retail release, if you go on the options on Half-Life, you can check enable HD model pack, and this lets you enable much better models, and some of the weapons are slightly different. So the SMG turns from an M4 to an MP5, etc., and you have high definition models. Now, you can do this in Sven Coop. you can enable HD models, and I think if you untick it, because it's enabled by default, then you can actually revert back to the original Half-Life models, which is quite nice. So these models are made by the mod creators and they're completely new to the Half-Life one. So that's always nice to have, to be honest, because we have completely new models for every weapon, and it makes the Half-Life engine just look much better, because you need to bear in mind that this is actually an edited version of Gold Source, so I believe it's not 100% the original one. Okay, so this is a puzzle. Now, a few of the clips are a little choppy and DxTory, and I've only just started using this. It does solve itself after a few seconds, so I'm very sorry about that. But these are some of the puzzles in the game, and this is what I'm going to finish the video on. And as you can see, the puzzles are quite fun. They're not campaign maps, but they're fun to play with friends. And before I do wrap up this video, if you've noticed my audio and you have been watching my past few videos in possibly about the past week, such as my G-Man video, you'll notice my microphone had a lot more feedback and wasn't as clear, and this is because I have actually invested in a blue snowball microphone, and if you listen to this audio and compare it, then you'll realise the audio is much better. I did pay £60 for this microphone in GBP, or obviously pound, and if you obviously understand the money values in the UK, you'll be able to decide on whether that's good or bad. But the Blue Yeti mic, I believe the Blue Yeti was around £100, so that was a lot steeper for my budget, as I'm not really making any money at the minute. But investing in a new mic has been a lot better because my voice is much clearer. People have commented that my voice sounds a lot clearer and there's less feedback, so hopefully my commentary should be of better quality, and I hope this video obviously sounded much better, because I've just literally received my microphone on Friday and I'm recording this on a Monday. So thanks for watching the video, and I hope you can download Sven Co-op and enjoy it, because in my opinion it's the best Half-Life 1 mod, and it supports blue shift and opposing force, so it's nice to play all the campaigns on your own or with friends, obviously with friends in this mod. But I'm not sure if you require blue shift or opposing force. I know you don't require Half-Life 1, but that's interesting to actually know if someone can comment below. So if you enjoyed this video, then thanks a lot for actually watching it. If you did enjoy it, please give me a like, and if you didn't enjoy it, or if you did, then obviously leave feedback in the comments, because constructive criticism is welcome on my channel. I do like to improve my videos, make them more interesting for people, and also if you have any more ideas for games, then please obviously give me suggestions as well. So if you want to subscribe, then please feel free to do so. I'm trying to build my audience up a bit, and as always, I do appreciate it. So that's Crusader Shorts, and I'm out, and I will be bringing you some more content soon.